Hello everyone, welcome to yet another Cave Diver React video. This one was a suggestion sent to our email. Our email is info@divetalkmedia.com. You can always send us any questions or comments or suggestions like this one. It's pretty cool because I don't think I would have ever found this video on my own because it has like the name of the video is in French. But somebody sent it to us and we're going to take a look. You haven't seen this video. I saw it quickly.
Okay.
And basically, I want to talk about what happens when you're diving and one of your hoses blows up. What do you do now?
As in the hose connected to the tank?
As in the hose connected to your regulator and your tank. That's right.
Ooh.
So let's get this party started and see what
I would hope my buddy is close. I'm going to need air quickly.
I don't know what that beeping is, by the way. It's a computer or something. Is it low on battery? Or low? I don't know. Alright, so this is a diver filming the dive. Pretty coral, all that stuff. Let's go this way. That's the boat, I think he's trying to say. Boat. That's a signal for boat, right? Horrible trim of that Divemaster, but let's swim that way. I don't know what that is. What do you think that is, Woody? Have you ever seen that?
I mean, this is low on air.
Right.
This may mean like pronto. I think I've seen him at times. Is this in Mexico by chance?
I don't think so.
I have seen that like, hey, let's go to the boat, like quickly.
Okay. This is pretty like universal for boat. But I don't know what that is.
Yeah, this is actually go to shore. This is go to boat. I've seen that before. Like, hey, let's go. Like,
yeah, maybe they briefed it before the dive. It's like when I do this means hurry up. I don't know. Swim. Let's go. Okay. Follow me.
Follow me.
Boom. What's that?
Whoa.
Something back there?
Wow. What the heck?
Look at that. Am I okay? The girl is like, get out of here. Thumbs up. Let's go. The guy's like, what's happening? Do I have like a little leak or something?
Wow.
Full blown gone. And I'm trying to see. It doesn't look like it's a hose. It looks like a failure at the valve point.
It does. It looks like I don't know, failure at the valve point. But you know what's interesting? Yeah. One reaction I'm having is that it really is hard to figure out what's going on when something like that happens. You don't really realize how much air is coming out. He's like, wait, is something going on? I hear a little bit more air than usual. A little bit. Is there a bubble leak? Dude, yes, you just exploded. And he's like, but how about how quickly he takes his tank off? Like, whoa, let me look at this. He slid right out of that gear in a second.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy's a very experienced diver. That's my initial reaction so far. He's super calm.
I like the fish thingy. He has like a fish floating around.
Yeah.
I don't know why, to attract sharks.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Bite him up.
He's super calm. By the way, I was thinking about it. I have had I had my O2 in the pool. Frankly, after being serviced below while I was in the deep end.
I remember that.
Now I remember it. I remember the same thing. You're like, what? Something just blew. And all of a sudden, it's like my O2 blew. You can't really tell how much has blown. But I think this guy is really calm. I mean, it's like, whatever, okay.
And he's going to prove you how calm he is in a second.
Really? Because I think so far he's being amazingly calm.
I think this failed at the valve point. I'm going to keep watching, but I think that's what I see. And I want to point that out because it is important. And I want to cover because there's multiple points where these can fail. This can fail at the valve, right? This can fail at the hose on a low pressure inflator hose, which is what the regulators use. Right, a low pressure hose.
Yeah.
And also your BCD uses a low pressure hose. And it can also fail at a high pressure hose, like the SPG, for example, the submersible pressure gauge that you use to measure your air and all of that depth and whatnot. Sometimes, depending if you have a computer, that is on a high pressure hose. So you have either low pressure, high pressure, or the valve itself.
Yep.
That's where the failures can happen. So I think this one is right at the valve. Let's see if he zooms in so we can see. I mean, the whole first stage is blowing up. Look at this. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. I got this. Let's go up. Let's go up. I got it. He takes
off his regulator.
Yeah, he takes off his...
He's still on his, though.
Yeah.
Looks like to me. Boy, I'm
I wish
surprised
I
it's
knew.
still at air.
Yeah.
It seems like it's been a good minute, would you say?
I mean, it's been a while.
He hasn't lost all the air out of there
He
yet.
finally pulls it out, and he's holding it. Like, I'm not rushing. I'll use it, but
Man,
not rushing.
is that an awesome
All right, I'll
performance.
switch now. Super calm under stress,
Look
this
at
guy,
the
huh?
bubbles coming out. Yeah.
And he's not shooting
Really
to the
good.
surface, too, which is interesting. He took his gear off, and he's there. He's, keeping his depth.
I wonder why he's not putting his gear back on. What is he doing?
Yeah.
What was the purpose of that?
That I don't understand. Why is he having it like that? Still blowing up.
He's got plenty of air now. He's on his buddy's regulator, so he's fine.
Yeah.
I think he's just
Trying to fix
curious
it,
to
maybe?
fix it, but I mean,
I'm okay.
that is amazing. He is really, really calm.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's finally closing it, but I think that
But he's
whole
not
first
fly-
stage failed.
Look how he's not flying to the surface.
No?
He's not really kicking hard. Nice slow ascent. But
Staying with the body, look. Hanging on.
I would just put it back on now. I'm thinking it would be a lot easier to dive if that was
So you want to hand it to me?
There it goes again. Just to turn
Yeah,
it
he
back
just
on.
opened it on.
That's
All right.
right at the valve. You can
Yeah,
see that.
right at the valve. That's where it feels.
But the O-ring.
Yeah, the O-ring probably bursts.
I've never seen one burst though.
Look at this.
Right there.
He's doing SMB deployment. In the middle of, I just blew up my valve.
This guy is extremely experienced and calm. Excellent.
Awesome, right?
No, I mean, my reaction is awesome. Normally, our reactions are all the things they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you are amazing.
Yep.
Did they do a safety stop, I wonder, or were they deep enough to do one? That'd be a
I
question.
don't know. I think that based on
Didn't look like they were deep.
Yeah, it didn't look like they were deep. Based on, the distance and all of that, they were between 0 and 40 feet. I don't think they were deeper than 40. But here's why I point out the whole fact about it failed at the valve. Because I pulled some data.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I pulled some data, and I want to use this, for people watching this show that are curious about how this whole scuba thing works. If your tank is full, meaning it has 200 bar or 3,000 psi of air,
Yep.
and it's an 80 tank, and it fails at the valve.
Okay.
Well, let's start with a high pressure hose. If the high pressure hose fails, which again, it has high pressure, so you would think that
It's going to fly out of there.
it's going to fly out of there. 55 minutes on a full tank.
What depth?
10 feet.
If I cut the high pressure hose,
Yes.
I've got 55 minutes?
Yes.
I would not have known that.
Now, again, this
wait,
is
but-
55 minutes of just the air escaping, nobody breathing out of the tank. So if
but that's what I'm saying. Some people will breathe an 80 cubic foot tank and almost come close to draining into 1 hour.
That's right.
And you're telling me they're breathing as much by normal breathing as cutting the HP hose.
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
I'm going to put up a challenge. I have to see it. I'm not doubting it, and the data you read is accurate. You know what?
Yes.
We're going to have to spend some more money. I
And
would
do
like
this?
to buy it. We'll buy a cheap regulator. I don't think it'll ruin the tank because air is just going to come out of it quickly.
Yeah.
I'd like to take it down to 10 feet and
Try it.
cut the high pressure hose and look at the SPG and go. We'll fill it to 3,000
What
rated
are
pressure.
100? I wonder
Well,
what
at
happens at
100,
100 feet.
We can do it at both because I want to see 10. You said it would last for 55 minutes, and I'm wondering.
Yes.
I mean, help us out there. Why would it not be flying out much faster than just a normal breathing rate?
I'll tell you why.
I don't know.
I think I know why.
Okay.
Here is the kicker, the funny one. How long do you think it would last if you cut the low pressure one off?
The low pressure one.
So the high pressure took 55 minutes. The low pressure, how long do you think?
I mean, the stage one the first stage is what's slowing it down to an intermediate pressure.
Yes.
So that's not broken based upon now what you're cutting.
Right.
So it's coming out in my mind. I guess I'm going to be wrong here. Slower.
Yeah.
From the first stage through the low pressure hose than it would through that port.
Yeah.
Than it would be flying out through a high pressure port. I mean, that's just naturally what I would think.
Yeah.
So
this is why I love doing these videos.
I know I'm going to guess wrong. I know. I could tell from you laughing.
Give it a shot. How long?
I would think it should last double what the high pressure.
Like 2 hours.
If I was just being rational and logical, and you didn't know anything, wouldn't you say that seems logical?
2 hours? Do you think?
I know I'm wrong. Somehow this is wrong, but okay. So I'll say 2 hours, and I know now. Explain why I'm way off.
That's why I love these videos, because I can just throw you in here and show you this stuff, and you've never.
Wild. No.
3 minutes.
Why is that? Why is it flying out of the low pressure way faster than the high pressure?
So, and I'll put a picture on this video so people can compare low pressure and high pressure. If you look at a high pressure hose, it's like a needle. The hole is so tiny on the high pressure hose, because all it's measuring is the pressure through that needle.
That is right.
But then if you look at a low pressure hose, the hole is gap open. It's like huge. It's as thick as the hose.
Because that's giving you air.
That's
the other one's just measuring pressure.
That's right.
The one giving you air, you need, I knew that, but I didn't piece it together. But that's very interesting.
It is interesting.
So
I think
now we have
to
time it on. We're gonna have to buy 2 regulators. You realize that? Because I'm gonna want.
It's gonna be so
I
much
want
money
to time
for
the HP, and I want to time the LP. And I want to see if all this is accurate.
That's funny.
That's wild.
Now, this guy had a valve failure. Like, his valve just completely like the O-ring or something. Interestingly enough, if the valve fails, which is where all the other stuff connects to, 13 minutes. So that's why he was able to stay on that for a little bit. All of these numbers are at 10 feet, though.
Okay. So if the valve fails, would that be the same thing as taking a tank down with no regulator on it and just turning it open, wide open?
I don't know if it's the same as having a regulator in and like burst, like
maybe
a regulator in without an O-ring.
Yeah, maybe a little slower.
Right.
Because there's just some resistance there, but there's a lot of tests we could do here.
Absolutely.
This could be a really cool
the point
video.
The point is, and this is where I don't know, because everybody tested out 10 feet.
Okay.
The point is, if it's 3 minutes on a low pressure hose at 10 feet, would that mean that if you take it to 30 or 60 or 100 or 200 feet, will it be, whatever many atmospheres time as fast?
Well, when you're breathing, the regulator is drawing out
more
at 100 feet, more air. But you're requiring that need. So does it automatically happen without somebody drawing it out through a regulator that much faster as well? I'm sure there's people that know this answer and the why, and I can't figure out. I don't know.
Right.
How about that as my answer? I don't know.
That's what I don't know. But I think, again, based on compression and Boyle's law, I feel that if you're at 100 feet, and maybe Doug will be the best one to tell us. I bet he knows this. I think that if we're at 100 feet, 4 atmospheres, this time, 3 minutes on a low pressure hose will be way less.
The only thing is, it's not. It's just strange. It's not subject to. But I mean, this compression inside the tank. So it's that moment when it's coming out.
Yeah.
That the pressure is compressed the air such that you need at 100 feet. Every breath is 4 times more than it would be on the surface.
That's exactly right. So that's what I'm saying. If you're breathing 4 times more air, why wouldn't
because that's
4
out
times
in the lines. It's now subject to the compression.
Right. I think it will be a good test. I think that if everyone's testing at 10 feet, we should test at 100 and see where that goes, or 130.
Whoever the cutter is, either you or me, at 100 feet, is going to be scared. I'm going to be like, God damn it! Oh my
gosh. But I think that a low pressure failure at 100 feet would probably be less than a minute. It will be like 40 seconds.
It's flying out because it's so compressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it will be like 40 seconds or something like that, which is scary because that isn't a full tank. Which means that if you're halfway through your tank, let's just say, and that thing burst, right? Your first stage.
You better not be more than 40 or
however. Low pressure. No. It's bad. Like,
really
let's
bad.
say you have 30 seconds of air because you start ascending and that expands and slows down, whatever. Let's say you have 30 seconds of air instead of 20. From 100 feet to 0 in 30 seconds. That would be...
You need to have a buddy. I mean,
you have to switch with your buddy. And that's why
quickly
I think
you have to switch to your buddy, which shows you to stay close to your buddy.
You have like 20 seconds to find somebody.
Phew.
Yeah.
I never seen that happen before, what you just showed me. I'm sure he's wondering, what in the world? How was this holding the whole dive? Because normally if something's going to explode, it happens in the first 20 feet of the dive.
Yeah.
So, boy.
But shout out to this guy,
the reaction is
he did great.
Amazing. I think I don't have any criticism of him.
No.
I would have a question. I wonder why he didn't put it back on.
But that's just
even not
looking
on,
for something.
He's holding the friggin' BCD and he's dealing with his SMB. He's telling the other guy, I'm fine. I'm getting the other guy's regulator. Looked like a slow ascent. I don't think it was fast. I hope I don't know. Could I do it that good?
Ice in the veins. I mean,
really nice.
The guy was awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to yet another Cave Divers React video. Hopefully we have a few more coming up. There's a few that are lined up to come up. Some of them are a little too long, though, so we might have to get back here and record one of these. But
okay. And this one cost us money because I want to do this.
I have to think of something that won't cost us money. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. Plus, we want to do some reactions live. We're gonna be streaming. Coming up.
That's really
and
cool.
rolling a video so you can see us react to it live. Other than that, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Help us out, grow the channel. And, of course, we want to give away things as we hit all these milestones. Other than that, thank you for watching. Anything else?
Thanks, everybody. That was a cool one, Gus.
See you in the next one.